curious at what point people are going to realize that the PlayStation 2's official sales numbers of 160 million are completely fake. Those numbers have been massaged upwards over the past several years to try and create distance between the PlayStation 2 and the Nintendo Switch because the Nintendo Switch obviously is well on its way to outselling the PS2, like the original stated numbers of like 152 million or whatever. But like the numbers have been slowly crawling upward in an attempt to try and create some distance from it. Because when you actually look at the PlayStation numbers, the PlayStation 2 and its legacy, like that's essentially what it all amounts to. Is that like, oh, it sold 151 million units. Like, did it though? Like, is it still relevant today? Are people still playing their PS2s? Do people remember the PS2 games? Like, does it have an enduring, lasting legacy? You know, I still see kids playing like Game Boy Colors. Like, I don't see anybody playing a PS2, right? The reality is, uh, like PlayStation 2, the PlayStation brand as a whole, was never as popular as it was made out to be by the media, right? The hype around this brand was entirely manufactured right from the beginning, right? It had no innovative experiences. It wasn't like offering cutting edge opportunities to developers, right? It was just this giant gaslighting campaign to try and trick you into thinking this thing was the hot new thing to try and drive Nintendo and Sega out of business, right? They succeeded with Sega, but not with Nintendo, right? And again, I do think people really need to understand just how underhanded Sony actually is, right? And this is something that I want to be put out there that like the sales numbers for PS2 are completely fake, and more people need to understand that.